Listen to this. This sounds fine, doesn't it? But it sounds a little flat. Not flat out of tune, but it just sounds a little bit lonely. But now listen to the exact same song, same melody, same chords, but watch what happens when my left hand starts to move. Same song. Same song, same notes in the melody. The only thing that changed is that my left hand stopped sitting still. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your playing sound more professional and full. And a lot of it has to do with what your left hand is doing. Now, if you saw my last video where I talked about left hand mastery, you already have everything you need for this one. In my last video, I talked about the 4 left hand patterns: the root in the 5th, the broken chord, the walking bass, and the Alberti bass. So if you haven't seen that first video, I would encourage you to go and watch that one first, and I'll put a link to it in the description. Now here's the whole idea for this video. A real song doesn't use one left hand pattern all the way through. It switches. Now, I don't want you to think of switching left hand patterns as something advanced or fancy. Think of it rather like changing gears in a car. That is, if you ever drove a manual shift car. I learned how to drive on a manual transmission. Basically, you're not learning to drive all over again. You already know the gears, first gear, second gear, and so forth. But now you're just learning when to shift. So you already know these left-hand patterns. And what I want to show you in this video is how to switch smoothly, how to let the song itself tell you which pattern would work best. So let's start with something that's almost ridiculously simple. The easiest way to switch left-hand patterns is section to section. Every song is divided into sections. Most songs that you're going to play, it might have a verse. So for the verse, maybe it's got a very gentle feel. So you use the broken chord pattern, something very soft and flowing. And then maybe the chorus arrives and you want more energy, and so you switch to the root and 5th, nice and solid. It can make the song feel bigger. Let's demonstrate switching left-hand patterns with a song that we used in the previous video and also the song that I started this video with. That's Amazing Grace. Now this song, well, it really doesn't have a verse and a chorus, but it does have sections. And so what I did was we start with the broken chord pattern. You could play it like this. Or you could play it this way. This is the way I think I played it in the last video. One thing about these left-hand patterns, of course, is that there are variations. This is one way to play a broken chord pattern. Notice we've left out the 3rd of the chord. The melody often picks up that 3rd. Or we can play it this way, using all 3 notes of the G major chord. So we have this soft, intimate sound, and we use the broken chord pattern. Here I am trying to play and talk at the same time. I can't do it. But now, when we get to the part where we get to the section where the song says, I once was lost, but now am found, we use the root and 5th. Now it sounds stronger. I once was lost. but now I'm found. But then when we get to the end, was blind, but now I see, we can switch to the walking bass. And then we can play a broken chord to the end. So let me play through it again and watch where the left hand patterns change. So if the switching patterns in the left hand, and if it feels a little clunky at first, if there's a little hitch when you're changing from one pattern to another, that's completely normal. You're teaching your hand, your left hand in this case, a new habit. So, of course, you want to slow the whole thing down until the seam disappears. So there's no rush involved in mastering that switch between patterns. Another way you can switch patterns is to match the mood of the song. This is like going a little bit deeper, another level deeper. So instead of strictly switching left-hand patterns by section, we let the mood of the music decide. So here's a simple rule that you can use. When the music feels calm, you want motion that's gentle. So you can reach for the broken chord, or if it's in 4/4 time, you can use the Alberti bass. And when the music feels strong or sad or serious, you reach for that root and fifth, or you can use a walking bass. And that kind of pulls you forward in the song. So, like we did with Amazing Grace, it starts out calm, we use the broken chord, and then when you get to I Once Was Lost, more emotion, we need more strength, we use the root and fifth pattern, and we use the walking bass. Now, I want to emphasize that there is more than one way to play any song with these left-hand patterns, and that's where your personal taste comes in. One of the great things about learning piano this way, when you play songs, any of your favorite songs, you are creating your own arrangement, and you can use these left-hand patterns and, of course, the variations of these patterns. Think of those 4 patterns like 4 colors on a palette. You're not painting with one color anymore, which is what you'd be doing if you only used the same pattern all the way through the song. You're choosing the pattern that fits the moment. And another tip to keep in mind, most of the time, you'll switch patterns when the chord changes. So I want you to keep in mind now, there's no single correct way to do this. For example, if you think the song wants a walking bass at some point in the song and I would have picked a broken chord, well, you're not wrong, I'm not wrong. We can both be right because this is a matter of taste. It's not a test. Now, if this is opening something up for you musically, then be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I make these videos for adults who are finding their way back to the piano, or maybe even starting the piano as a mature adult. And I imagine that that's exactly who many of you are. Also, if you'd like to say thanks, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. So, you can switch left-hand patterns by section, or you can switch them to match the mood. And interestingly, sometimes these two approaches will yield very similar results, as they did with Amazing Grace. As you try out these left-hand patterns, start with the left hand first, practicing, landing that switch right on the chord change, and then you can add the tune. So for example, you might start by practicing the broken chord pattern, and then you switch to root fifth, and then switch to walking bass, and then you can add a broken chord again. So don't worry about doing this fast. Slow is your greatest weapon when it comes to learning these type of things. And so a smooth, slow switch beats a rushed, sloppy one every single time. Speed shows up on its own later. Let's put the whole thing together on one song. Now, we've been using Amazing Grace all this time, but now let's use something even more familiar, perhaps. When the Saints Go Marching In. You want to figure out the tune, of course, and it's very famous, so you probably can do it. And so we'll start with the root fifth position, or the root fifth pattern, I should say. Then we'll switch to the Alberti bass. And then let's use the walking bass. Notice I always changed the pattern when the chord changed. So there you go, several pattern switches, and in this particular example, I used 3 of the 4 patterns that you already knew. And now the song sounds full instead of kind of flat, you know. Now remember, you don't need to play it exactly the way I did. You can experiment with using different left-hand patterns. And nobody listening would ever guess that your left hand is only doing 4 simple things. Remember the gears analogy? Driving the manual shift car? You already know how to drive, and now you're learning when to shift. So you can do it section by section. You can switch to match the mood. Always switch on the chord change. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. Pick one song this week, just one song. You don't have to pick a whole repertoire. Pick one song and find one place to switch a pattern. That's the whole assignment. Perhaps you have a favorite song that you've always wanted to play, and now you have some tools to help your left hand do more than just sit there and plunk out chords. And another thing you can do when you're playing the melody, you can put some chords in there as well. I will have a video that goes into a little bit more detail about this available to patrons of the channel. So if you'd like to become a patron, join my Patreon. There will be a link in the description. Now, there's a way to make the left hand do something even richer, to add little notes between the chords, get that bass line to really start to sing. And these are called passing tones, not to be confused with passing chords. My dog just entered the studio here. Now, I know she's not on camera, but anyway, that's going to be in the next video. So make sure you're subscribed. Find your one left-hand pattern switch this week, and I will see you in the next one. Well, actually, you'll see me. Anyway, thank you for spending part of your day at the piano with me. I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.